Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to tonight's stream. I'm not even gonna post it. I'm live on Instagram. Don't nobody be joining anyway, so just gonna start this game up. Hopefully this game don't be acting all weird. But you never really know. It's cool though. I'll play something else if I need to. Why am I not seeing chat? Streamlabs better not be doing no dumb stuff. It's like show chat, man. It's like I am not trying to be dealing with no Streamlabs tonight. So it's still not showing. That's why people be coming up with their own stuff, because it's like the things that we got now, it's like they just be wanting to act dumb for no reason. It is way too early to be raging in this stream, bro. Google wanted to take forever to load. I swear, man. I restarted my PC, so it's like, okay, just in case if I need to. And it just seems like it just slowed the PC down more. How is it that my Legion Go can start up and be working and all this stuff a lot faster than this PC can? The PC's supposed to be better. Oh, man, I swear. It does not take this long for no stuff to load up. It's like, come on, bro. Game taking forever to load up. Twitter taking... I shouldn't even post on Twitter. I post somewhere. I was about to say, I was like, if this thing does not load up, it does not take that long to load. My goodness. See what's going on today in Helldivers. If I can play it and don't do no weird stuff where it wants to lag me out. I was about to say do it. I swear I'd delete this game tonight. They really think that I won't delete this game tonight, because it's like I'm about sick and tired of you guys doing some old dumb stuff. I'm like, man, I am tired of that crap. Out here trying to play a game and they want to do everything slow. Let me just go ahead. Play this game.
Choose where to join your fellows in righteous liberation.
Oh, is this gonna be where the fire tornadoes is at? What I like to see. About time. Why am I happy to see a fire tornado? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did this game really crash on... Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with Helldivers. That's just stupid. Nah, I'm uninstalling that game. They ain't got their stuff together and it's been how long now? Over a month? No, I'm not playing Helldivers no time soon, because that's just stupid. That game done spent more times crashing than just actually being a game and working. I get, you know, if you gonna struggle, you shouldn't struggle that much. You should not struggle that much. Like, I don't ask for a whole lot. Only thing I ask for is a video game that works. That's it. If that's too much to ask for, then fam, then that's I'm saying that's something where it's like, then you guys might be in the wrong field when it comes to video games, because that just don't make. I don't even want to play Apex. No, I don't want to play Apex because I know this game gonna stress me out too. I'm not gonna play that. Go ahead and stop that whole introduction. I'm not playing it. Exit out. Exit out. And the game act like it don't want to exit out. Yeah, it's like I'm not doing that. Not tonight. Nope. I'm going to play Forza. That's just silly. That's some silly stuff. It's like, I done got enough content out of that game. When they get their stuff together, then I'll play it. But I'm sick and tired of that. Every time I want to play that game, always something silly got to happen. Whether it's the game crashing or just the game doing something where it's like, it just don't even make no sense. It's like, you want people to play your game. You want people to have fun with it. Yet, there's probably a whole population of people that can't play your guys' game. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of supporting games and playing them, and developers just refuse to work on it. It's like, yeah, they did enough work to where it's like, okay, you know, you added the servers. But I'm like, what about this stuff with the game crashing? It ain't just like that on PC. It's like that on PlayStation. Yeah, it's like, that's just frustrating. I'm not trying to have it where it's like I buy a game and I can't even enjoy it. Like, I just don't get where it's like, you guys, it's like, this is your job. This is your specialty. This is what you do. It's just, man, it's stuff like that where I'm all like, I don't get it. Like, how is it that I'm supposed to support your guys' game? That's my question. That's what I would like an answer. It's like, how am I supposed to support this game if the game won't allow me to play it? It's like, I didn't even get a chance to get into a game. All I did was, and that's one of the main reasons why games don't need to be multiplayer. Everybody's trying to be all multiplayer and like, oh, let's be buddy-buddy with random people across the world. And it's like, if I'm not playing it with friends, I don't even want to play it with randoms. It's like, they force you to play underneath their rules. And I'm like, and it's stuff like that where it's like, yeah, eventually the hype's gonna die down, people are gonna start playing something else. So it was a good run while it lasted, but as far as I see it, it's gonna probably be one of those games where it'll be months from now, and that'll be the next time I play it. I'm sick and tired of this. Like, every time I go and try to start that game up, he wants to do something silly, whether it's in the beginning of the game or halfway through playing the game. I'm tired of that. I am sick and tired of that. Don't make no sense for a game to be out for over a month. And it's like, you have it where there'll be developers out there by themselves releasing weekly, if not daily updates. That's what they need to be doing. Instead of sitting around making memes and crap, fix the game. It's like, I'm not out here spending $40. Not even that. $40 for the PC version, $40 for the PlayStation version, then to buy some cosmetic stuff, then their little season pass thing, and I can't even play the game. And I'm supposed to just be happy about that. I'm supposed to be like, oh okay, it's whatever, you know. Yeah, you know, it's their first time working on a major game. Yeah, it's everybody's first time working on a major game. That don't mean for the game to be halfway broken. It's like me putting together, it's like, oh, this is my first time making a movie theater film or something. Editing is all special effects isn't even there. CGI is missing. But I'm like, oh, stay tuned for the sequel, and that's when stuff will be, you know, working all properly. And I'm like, man, that's just stupid. People ask me to buy that game. I'm like, no, you buy it when that game is working. I get sick and tired of that. I get so sick and tired of developers where it's like, look, if your guys' game isn't ready to hit the shelves, don't release it. do not release it. Test that game out. But it's like, don't have it where people pay money for it, and then it's like I'm pretty much out of $80+ because that game don't want to work properly, and I'm supposed to be okay with that. Like, I remember back when I was a kid and games used to stress me out because it was difficult. But, you know, it made sense because I was a kid. Like, you know, I'm like, what, 7, 8 years old trying to figure out how to do missions at Midnight Club. It makes sense, you know, because I was born like 7, 8 years beforehand. So I'm still learning. I'm still adjusting. But you would think 20-something years later, and it ain't even the difficulty of the game. I can see beyond that. I can see beyond the fact of the game being difficult. Yeah, if it's too difficult, like on some Elden Ring stuff, then it's like, okay, then it's, yeah, for me, game is unplayable. And I'm not going to focus on those stuff like that until they actually make it to where that game is for all people. Not just some people. Not just the people that play Dark Soul-like games. But I'm saying, it's just you people, it's like they make a game and it seems like it's like, are you making the game for yourself or are you making it for the public? Because I feel like they make sure of it that they get a trailer out. They'll make sure of it that it's like, oh yeah, we'll do this and we'll do all these. But it's like, what about the people that actually just want to sit down and play the game? Well, what about them? What about the ones where it's all like, you know, they have their heart desired on streaming that game or playing it, whatever the situation is, done had a long, stressful day, come home, wants to play that, and they can't play it because the game don't want to load up right. And it's stuff like that where it's all like, how, like, that's a genuine question. How am I supposed to support this game? And I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, you don't need to support it. Yes, but I'm stuck with it. It ain't like I could get my money back. If that's the case, then it's like, yeah, then give me my money back. I'll trade that game in at GameStop's, and it's like, but no, I know that that's gonna be a lost cause. This is like, oh, GameStop's, you know, it's a third-party company, so therefore, if you bought it off of PlayStation, then yeah. But I'm like, no, I want all, like, not just the, like, all of it. I want the money that I spent on them cosmetics. I want the money I spent on the game, both PlayStation and PC. But guess what? That's not gonna happen because in this day and age, oh no, you stuck with the game. You're just stuck with it. I gotta wait 3-4 years down the road in order for the game to be working properly. I'm telling you right now, it's like Grand Theft Auto 6, that's the one only game I'm waiting for. But it's like after that, I really don't know if I'm gonna be playing video games anymore. I really don't. Maybe I might meet the love of my life. Some stuff goes down. I end up having a kid. Then I'll pass off the video games to them. But after Grand Theft Auto 6, if that game isn't good, I don't particularly care for video games anymore. I've seen my days with video games, and it's gotten to a point where it's all like, I don't even feel like I'm playing a video game no more. It just feels like I'm like paying for cash grabs. It's like, if I wanted to do some stuff like that, I'll go to Las Vegas, bring about $500 and just go on the slot machines. It just, honestly, it just seems like a bunch of developers went to Vegas and they're all like, this is the formula for gaming now. Not fully functional working games, not games where it's all like, you know, it's supposed to be a video game. No, we're going to make a bunch of simulations, the most difficult, challenging games of all time, and games that don't work. And fans ain't gonna have no choice but to be happy with that. It's like I get more stressed trying to figure out and play a game than actually sitting down and playing it. And then it'd be the games where you actually get to have fun, you sit down and play it, and then it's like you pretty much done beat the game. Then there ain't nothing else to do. After Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm no, it's going to be, unless something else comes out or something done occupied my time again, but yeah, I just don't see a need for video games. I really don't. It just seems like every video game that comes out, something silly gotta happen with it. It's like a game. It's either it's like single player, ain't gonna last that long, or they're gonna force you to play with random people, and they thinking everybody, all your friends gonna jump up and buy the game. So it's like, oh, you guys can have a working server and good connections and stuff. But it's like, yeah, it don't work like that. Now all my friends is gonna jump up and buy every single video game that comes out. I'm like, oh, then what? So we're all stuck with the game. It's like, I feel like that's what a lot of developers are just doing nowadays. It's like, oh, let's come out with a game, have it where it works for a little bit, and then at some point in time, it ain't gonna be working properly. Then we're gonna hype up this update and make it seem like, oh, this is gonna be the update to fix the whole game. And you guys could have just did that at the start when the game was originally coming out, because I know you had to have played the game before it came out. If not, then it's like, then what? Why release it? Telling you, it's like whoever it is that's like behind these like games coming out and they just unfinished, I'm like, no, them people need to get fired. They seriously need to get fired. It just don't make sense where it's like you want the game to be good, and it's like for the only reason why that game Helldivers got good rating is because it's for those that actually been having the chance of playing it. There's probably been people that's been having the chance of playing that game ever since it came out. Meanwhile, you got everybody else where it's like, oh, if you were having server issues, you most likely having issues with the game now. They can't just be on some stuff where it's like it's just a fully functional. Why have it where the game got to be online only? How come you guys couldn't have added AIs or NPCs to work with you? Like, why does the game got to be online only? And there's people out there that probably don't even like playing online. And then it's like, then if you try playing the game by yourself, then it's gonna be impossible. That's why you see videos online of people, they're all like, oh, playing Helldivers 2 on max difficulty solo. And it's like, oh, well then it must be, if you see a video like that, then it must be a hard game by itself. Does this? No. Games are getting uninstalled tonight because I don't understand why that car act like it don't want to turn. So games is getting uninstalled. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Not gonna be sitting here supporting and playing games, and games just put one to act stupid. It's like, remember, people, at the end of the day, this is talking to developers, it is people that's playing your guys' game. I don't know who you think is playing your guys' game, but it is people at the end of the day. It ain't bots, it ain't anything else. It is people. Get that through your head. I just don't get why this like it seems like it's like a game is either made for a bot or it's made for the developers. But the general public can't enjoy it. I need like a punching bag or something. Alright, because it's just, games shouldn't make you feel like this. Games should not have it where it's all like, you know, you just stressed out and mad and stuff. I don't care what anybody says. Games should not make you feel this way. Games shouldn't make you want to like punch something. this already? I did this. So I can't pause the game. Like at some point in time, I'm probably gonna like get like all these different like messages from video game developers. They're gonna be all like, you know, we work really hard on these games. We make sure that we release like, you know, the best of the best in the games and stuff. Like we're trying our hardest. And you know, the things that you say in your streams and your videos, we don't really like them that much. Like, oh well. That's what happens, you know. Overall, like, you know, giving the game to the general public, you know, then especially if people in the, you know, in the public have an opinion. I'm gonna have an opinion. I'm not gonna be out here, you know, kissing people's butts, talking about like, oh yeah, the game is such a good game. Yeah, it's fun when you can actually play it, but when you can't play it, then it's like it's just a waste. I don't personally know anybody out there that likes buying things that don't work. So unless they plan on fixing it themselves. So I'm like, is that what the game is? It's one of them fixer-upper type games where I gotta fix it myself? That's just pointless. It's like, it's not a car. It's not some 60 Mustang I just bought at a junkyard. It's a video game. It's like, you guys own the rights. Y'all should be fixing that stuff, not me. It's like, they knew what they were doing. That's one thing about it. They knew what they were doing. There's all like, cause my thing is this: if you're unfamiliar, you know you're coming out with a completely different game than the first one that came out. So at the end of the day, you should have known that. All right, times done change. You know, a lot of people have been viewing this game. Because that's something where I'm like, I would like to have seen what was the views of like their videos and stuff. Because I'm like, if you guys have been promoting the game since, I think I was seeing videos from like last year of them promoting Helldivers 2. So my thing is this: you've been promoting this game since last year. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had to have watched the videos. A lot more than, what was it? They said the max amount of people that played the first Helldivers was 6,000 people. So my thing is this: you had all this time, and I'm pretty sure you guys gained followers. People were still playing that game and all this other stuff. I know that's just something where I'm like, I refuse to believe that you guys were that clueless to how many people have been playing the game. So that's just talking on all this server stuff. Then for a month later for the game to still not be working. And when's the next update coming out? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you guys know, y'all just sitting around just having fun. Meanwhile, you got a whole game and a bunch of people within the community that bought this game and the game don't work. It's like, it's so frustrating. It's seriously, I do not know what is going on with video game developers today, but either people need to start getting fired or something needs to change. But I'm not gonna be their test subject when it comes to a game coming out. I'm not gonna be out here testing out your guys' games just for the games to not work, and then I gotta put my money towards it on testing the game out. It's not happening no more. I'm done with that crap. People want me to play their game. I'm like, either that game is free or I'm not fooling with it. You come out with a demo, come out with something, but I'm like, no, that's just stupid to be out here buying games and these games don't work. I'm supposed to hold my tongue and act like, oh, I can't say nothing offensive. No, I'm being offensive to every single person out there that's coming out with a game and their games ain't working. Companies need to go in the same direction as that company Fantastic that did the day before. Somebody needs to, some people need to be shutting their stuff down for good. I know we're gonna come back later. No, don't come back later. Don't do nothing. Just shut down and find another job. You can't develop a video game, then you should not be a no video game developer. I'm sick and tired of that crap, man. Buying games and the games don't even work. feel like there's gonna be a lot of gamers out there that's gonna be developing like all these different health conditions, and then they're gonna be figuring out, like they're gonna be wondering like, why do I have all these like issues? Like what's going on? Like, you know, what's happening? And then people, the doctor are gonna probably be all like, oh, do you find yourself getting stressed out a lot? And they're like, oh, I do, you know, yell a little bit when playing video games. And there's like, oh, well, that's the reason for your health issues. It's the games that you're playing. I thought they had like a thing where you can play the game by yourself. Why they have it where it's like you can't restart the journey from inside the game, but then you can't choose a solo player or choose solo play when you're in the main menu. Would that be like an area where you would want to do that? Telling you, man, it's just I just don't get people. I don't get people in there. EA is one company where I'm all like, you know, I won't lose no sleep at night if I woke up one morning and they say EA was shutting down after however many years they've been around. I honestly would not lose any sleep over it. Probably go out, buy a whole bottle of whiskey and celebrate.
Welcome back to the main stage and the MotorFest walk.
I do not care. I like how I bought this stuff called ashwagandha, and they say it's supposed to help. Isn't it supposed to help with stress? Maybe it doesn't. I thought it does, or it did.
Movies or games? It's the vehicles that step.
I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I keep it easy when it be the ride. Why are you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. Picking up cross on my crosses and down on my eyes. Don't with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson. It's worth the time. Them in the mixes I'm mixing. I know I've been mixing. I needed some personal time. Fuck all the bitches, the mentions. I know what you did. This I mean it. I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm tell me I'm garbage. I'm
People gonna be honestly thinking like, you know, like, oh, it's just, you know, all this like raging and stuff on video games. It's like, oh, it's just, you know, it's funny. It's like this is what I'm telling you. Like I said, GTA 6 comes out and that game is trash too. I'm done. I honestly do not get this era of gaming. I really don't. It's an era where it's like,
It's time to elevate your drift
I just
experience
do
to
not
the
get
next
it.
level.
Words just can't describe, like, you guys go through this whole, let's just go through the whole process of, like, video game developers getting their job and stuff. So you go through school. I imagine that you, maybe, you know what, that's probably the issue. They're not going through school. The teachings of video game development, I honestly, God blame the education system. God blame the people that's out here teaching these guys that you can make the bare minimum and make millions off of it. So whoever is teaching you guys that, you need to slap that teacher in the face, because they're teaching you the wrong stuff. But you go through school. Let's just say you go through school, right? You go through school, you pass, you end up getting a job at whatever company. But before that, they have you go through this whole interview process. Now, if you did things the right way, and your intentions is to work on the game and make sure the game's working out perfectly fine and all that stuff, then okay, you have no issues, problems, nothing whatsoever. I honestly feel that these higher ups, they hire whoever, they're all like, hey, do you play video games? Yes, you're hired. No, that should not be the process. That should not be the process of trying to figure out who to hire as a video game developer. And that's probably one of the main reasons when you see indie developers where they either team up or it's a person by themselves that works on the game, and then they overall end up coming out with something that's good. Why? Because they actually care about the game. They actually care about the community that's playing their game. It's like you just got some people out there where it's like they don't care about that. They'd rather hire some just random person that don't know nothing about video game development, and then they just assume, oh, they know since they play video games. No, they don't know. Have them go through some training exercise. Have it where they work on an indie game, and then the game, this is, you know, if I owned a company and video game development was, you know, one of the areas and stuff, I'm like, okay, here's the tools. Here's everything that you need for video game development. Make an indie game by yourself. Make an indie game by yourself and see if it sells. You can keep all the money that you make off of that game, but I want you to make a video game that is going to sell. I would challenge that person to doing that. But I'm like, but here's the thing though. That game got to have an overwhelmingly positive rating. 5 stars if you release it on console or whatever, and it has to be a successful game. It has to be a game where there's audiences of other game genres where they're going and playing the game. You can't do that, you're fired. And I'm like, you need to find something, be a video game tester, but don't be a video game developer. Save that for the person that actually went through school and did all this stuff, step-by-step processes to actually work on a video game. Not just, oh, well, I'm a fan of that genre, so I think I know what I'm doing. Oh, I watch football on TV, so therefore I know how to develop a football game. It's like, oh, I'd seen 8-Legged Freaks and iRobots. Let's make a game where it's like you go up against giant bugs and robots. It's like, there's some people out there, I'm like, man, you guys.
Drift experience too is a perfect marriage of sightseeing and skill. The more difficult the challenge,
then watch. I feel like saying all this, then it's gonna probably be on some stuff where all these different developers and companies, they start banning me from their games because they're all like, oh, you talked about us one too many times, so therefore. And I'm like, oh well, if my thing is this, if that does ever happen, and then they on some stuff where I'm all like, you know, oh, I said all these different things about this game before, but now that it's working, the developers showed me that they care, so I take back everything I say. If I don't say that, and I just look up one day and I'm banned from their game, what I said was 100% right. So I'm waiting for that day. I'm like, please prove me right. Please prove everything that I said right. That goes for the higher ups, that goes for the indies, that goes for anybody. If I didn't say something negative about your game, please prove me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh, to go and have a successful game come out and everybody's playing it and loving it and all that stuff. No, prove me wrong. I want to be able to have it where I play that game and I'm like, I have a different outlook on it. The game's actually solid. But if I don't say that, then fam, close up shop. That's all I can say about that. Close up shop. But what's going on now in the gaming industry is stupid. It's taking everything in my power to just pretty much just not go explicit and really tell you guys how I feel. It's like, I know it's like some TOS, and then there's things that I cannot say on Twitch, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just going to, you know, say what I can say and then leave it at that. But I'm telling you, there's some people out there where it's all like, you don't need to be a video game developer. That's something that I will say to a person's face. You do not need to be a video game developer. If you are out here developing games and those games is coming out broken, I don't care how many people can have it where the game's working for them. For me, myself, the game's broken. And like, you can't have it where that game's working for everybody. Close up shop.
Another activity awaits. At this event, you're going to be curving around a monumental lighthouse with a slick new Toyota Supra. The reactive powertrains and slick handling of the Toyota make it the perfect fit for apexes. Later on in the playlist, you might get a chance to try out the Supra's sister car. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see how you do in the first event. We call it Speed of Light because all the right elements are there. The speed and the luminosity. Good luck! Considering the time of day, you're hardly going to get a spotlight, but the lighthouse is an iconic location. Enjoy curving your way around, but watch for the turtles. You know they gave this place its name. first of many, I am
So
sure.
I'm gonna do this one last thing, and after that, I'm just gonna call it a night. It's like that's one thing that I will say is that I hate feeling like this, you know. I hate when I go and I try to play a game, I have fun with it, and then just out of nowhere, the game just wants to do something silly. Now, regardless of whether or not they want to, you know, if the people behind Helldivers, they are genuinely working on this game, and then they're trying to fix it, and all this other extra crap, then okay, do it fast, so people can actually play the game. But I'm not trying to have it where it's like I keep this game for another month and it still don't work. So I'm saying it's like it's something where it's like, hey, look, y'all gonna have to work on your guys' game. But this whole sitting around, not doing nothing, having it, but an indie developer, the crazy thing is that indie developer can come out with a game and then have it where they come out with all these different updates. And I'm like, my thing is this, I don't care how many or how bigger the game is, Helldivers or small it is. But if an indie developer can come out with a game and then they're working on that game and that game's working perfectly fine, what's your guys' excuse? But it's like you have to understand where a person is coming from out of all of this. It's like I'm out here trying to buy a game, support you guys, but the game don't work. And I'm supposed to just be okay with that. I'm not going to be okay with that. Be upset about that. It wouldn't be no different than if you guys were to go, you do come out with a fully functional working game, but I only give you half the money. It's like you guys are going to be wondering, hey, where's that other half of the money that you are like we're supposed to give for this game? It's like, I'm just, if that's the case, I'm like, then that's what needs to start happening. When you guys come out with half a game, I'm only going to give you half the money.
You'll be happy to know you're going to have a modern classic to command. The Nissan R34. I shouldn't spoil the discovery, but this drifting legend is everyone's favorite, and a movie star to boot. To it, the torque and traction will serve you well, if you know what you're doing. Driving is not the only movie star here, driver. The location is quite iconic as well.
What's up, Wholesome? Sorry if I sound a little frustrated. It's because video games are stupid. What happened? Guest here at work asked if I can reheat her pizza. It got cold and I told her I'll do it. Finish reheating her pizza, gave it back and thanked her. Coworker comes up and says, dude, that was sexy red, so apparently I served without it. That's crazy. That is crazy. It was like a fly, but she was comfortable with us. Just that. That's crazy. That is some crazy stuff. And that's usually how that stuff goes too. You don't realize it until afterwards, but that's some wild stuff. Talk to her, didn't know. Would ask. No, yeah. And it's funny because it's like, well, did you say she was gonna be out there for a while? I mean, if she's gonna be out there for a while, you know, you might run into her again. But put my hands on if you. I swear, man. And she probably thinking to herself, like, how did that guy not know that that you know, he was talking to me? Like, how do you not know that? But I'm saying there's so many different people where it's like, you know, that Tony Hawk, for an example, Tony Hawk be telling stories like that all the time, where he'll be out in public and then people will, like, ask him, oh, are you good at skateboarding? Because of course he's gonna have a skateboard with him. And he'll be like, oh, I'm somewhat decent at it. And it's like, fam, that's Tony Hawk. Like, this man had literally had a whole, saga of video games about him. Like, how do you not know of that man? I get, like, if you're not in tune with that type of stuff, but, like, come on now. Like, if you went into a GameStops in the early 2000s or at a store, you've seen this man's face before. There's no way possible you didn't know who this man was. I guess I'll do another race. Can I fast travel? I'm like all this driving around. The person who I met, I didn't know till after I was the sir. 2 was Elon's brother. Well, that I can understand. Elon, yeah, I'm like, I feel like nobody, I don't even know who Elon's brother is.
We're taking it up a notch and
so I'm like,
changing
that's
gears.
something, you know, I ain't gonna judge you on. Sexy
things are
Red, I'm
taking a
like,
different
okay, you
turn.
know, that, I'm like, you know, I think most people would know her. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, it's no disrespect. I just don't know you, bruh. Like, he probably does. It's funny because it's like he probably would have came up to me talking about, do I look like somebody? Like, no. Like, he's like, you know, my face, it don't ring any bells. Not at all. He's like, I don't look like I could be somebody's, a famous person's brother. I'm like, who? You know, like, who could your famous brother possibly be? He's like, I'll give you a hint. He's on social media. I'm like, I don't know, bruh. Matthew McConaughey. I don't be paying attention to people's faces like that. I'm saying, I'm like, you're a human. I figured that much, but I don't know, bruh. He's like, my nephew is named after a combination or a ritual. I'm like, Elon Musk's brother? Huh. I'm like, I guess I can see it now. I can, you know, I can see it in the eyes a little bit, but yeah, that's like the people, they'll do some stuff like that. Like, unless the brother is famous too, like if it's like for an example, the Paul brothers, that, okay, understandable. But if it be like some random person, I'm like, bro, I don't know you. It's no disrespect, but yeah, I'm like, I might know of your brother, but I don't know of you. yeah, it's like they're, you know, you would definitely know them. But I'm like, Elon Musk's brother. I'm like, somebody came up to me talking about, you realize you just talked to Elon Musk's brother? I'm like, what is he like? Is he rich too, or is he, you know? They're like, nah, he just be chilling, but you know, he's still his brother. I'm like, bro, I don't. I'm like, I guess that's cool. I mean, I don't be paying attention to stuff like that, but yeah, like I don't know people like that, bro. And I'm saying, I'm like, does he do something? They're like, nah, he just be chilling. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. Like, good for him. I mean, I would imagine he'd be chilling. His brother's a billionaire, so I'll probably be chilling too if I had a billionaire brother. I'm trying to think. You know, I think if I never would have seen Rey Mysterio without a mask, I probably wouldn't recognize him out in public. I probably would recognize his voice, but I'm like, dang, I'm like, man, you sound like somebody. Like, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Like, you was a part of my childhood or something. He probably would just play along too. He was like, really? He's like, baby, he like, what, like TV maybe? I'm like, yeah, like somebody on TV. I'm like, but dang, I can't pinpoint it. SpaceX is doing that launch tomorrow, so dang. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's something. I'm like, why? Who would be at a cafe that early in the morning? I'm like, we didn't even open up that early. We opened up, I think, yeah, we had opened at 8. Yeah, I remember at first we were opening at 7, but then we ended up switching it to 8. Okay. Cafe house shower here too. Bet.
The smoke you produced sure obscured some of the sights in your last run.
But yeah, I'm like,
Somebody's
somebody's trying to. I guess maybe afterwards. I think that's probably why they're doing that, because there'll probably be some people that'll show up after the lunch and then be like, oh yeah, let's go and get something to eat real quick. No, it's all good. There's at times when I'm sober, my spelling ain't spelling, so no, I feel that. I feel your pain.
Mixes well with dim-lit escapades. Don't get distracted by the allure of the city or the weather conditions. Keep your focus on those combos.
You know one thing, this Lamborghini drifting on here. at 200,000, but nah, this Lamborghini is really good at drifting. I don't know how somebody got 1.3 million, but that's something I'm like, I'm gonna have to see that. Do they have like a leader? Yeah, I want to see the leader. How did people get more? That's crazy. That's something where I'm all like, I would like to see that. They should have like a replay thing where you can watch the person drifting that, because that's something that I gotta see. I feel like I struggled just getting 200,000. Now it's like somebody out here getting 1.3 million. I'm like, show me that video. Sick. It would be sick. I think that would be dope to see somebody do some stuff like that. But I'm like, nah, I gotta see that video for proof. Because I'm like, dang, how is it that somebody they drift that much? I feel like they don't even give you enough time to even do that much of drifting. Yeah, it's like, how do you have that much time? Like, they set you small window. Yeah, it's like they give you a goal of 8,000. Now it's like, yeah, you know, you can't get to it fast, but I'm like, I just like, how do you get 1.1 million? Crazy. I saw one of my friends' Snapchat stories and it was of her little Sexy Red concert. I just had to think like, man, you don't even know experience I just had. No, yeah, it's crazy when it's like you meet somebody famous for the first time. I'm like, I have to say the only celebrity moment that sticks out to me was that I personally feel that me and Kofi Kingston, we waved at each other after a wrestling show back when I was a kid. I yelled out, "Hey, Kofi!" He looked at me, and we had a moment. So I'm like, I don't care with nobody. I don't care if I was standing in the middle of a crowd. Yeah, he could have been looking at us as a unit, but I feel like he looked at me. I'm like, I'm trying to think. Social media, I'm like, I ain't had times where like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, this is Kofi Kingston we talking about. So that's what I'm all like, yeah, I'm gonna take that moment. I don't care what anybody says, but like social media though, now I can say I ain't had like quite a few celebrity moments on social media. Mania, exactly. I'm like from retweets to reposts to likes. I'm trying to think, yeah, I didn't had quite a few. Just made it to 200,000. Oh, that's another thing. Dennis Rodman, I remember he viewed one of my stories one time on Instagram. So I'm like, I'm trying to think what else have I had. Oh, I got one of those like presidential awards when I was in middle school from Barack Obama and a letter, but it wasn't like he pinpointed me out and was like, hey, I'm giving you this award. It was kind of one of those things like, you know, if you did good in school, then yeah, you got that award. But I remember that year too. That was 8th grade. I cleaned up when it came to awards. I remember I didn't go because I was like, man, I'm not winning no awards. I was like, as bad as I've been in school. Dennis, I'm saying though, I'm like, yeah, this is Dennis Rodman we talking about. I'm like, he might be a little weird, but you know, hey, I'm like, Dennis Rodman is Dennis Rodman. You can't just take that away. So I'm trying to think what else. I think that was probably about it. I can't really think of nothing else. Only shook hands and met talk with Mick Foley. That's dope. Now I would say that's pretty dope.
Resort.
I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
No,
yeah, that is dope.
They will not soon forget.
Yeah, I haven't had like no one-on-one moment with a celebrity besides that Kofi Kingston moment. But you know, I feel like that people might try to turn that into an argument of some sorts, but that was about it. What the heck is that? That's amazing. He's one of my favorites. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who else? Oh, Charlemagne the God. I remember he retweeted one of my tweets. What else? Oh, I've had like big YouTubers comment on my videos before. I had that happen a couple of times. Truly interesting, great guy. Yeah, this Kofi Kingston. He's somebody where it's all like, it don't matter what he does from this day forward. He's gonna have a legendary career. Yeah, this Kofi Kingston we're talking about. And I'm off the thing. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely like the Lamborghini and the McLaren that was drifting. Camaro's okay, but I don't know. To say again? What's up, VV? How's the night going? I can be all of my dollars on purpose. Wait, did I not level up? Oh no, I leveled up. I was to say, I'm like, bruh, how I get that close and I don't level up? Appreciate that, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just trying to complete these. I didn't even know that they added a whole drifting event in this game. So I'm like, nah, I gotta drift. Dang, this thing is this far. Yeah, that's not. I'm happy they got fast travel in this game. Although it's a driving game and I should be driving around and exploring and stuff, but I'm like, I feel like I seen what I needed to see. You know, I'm fast travel. Gotta use it. Get 10,000 points.
There is a reason MotorFest thought that the second drift experience should crescendo around the observatory. Not only is it a landmark site on the island,
Why they got like them things from Wipeout on here? I'm glad they kind of like they go out a little late, you know, or early,
with your
but
excellence, driver.
it's like I'm not trying to have it where I'm out here driving and the things and wiped out my whole car. That's a car accident. Racing games have that effect. Well, I feel like all video games have that effect. You see somebody playing it, and it's like, no, that's usually how it goes. I don't know how many times I ain't seen people play games, and I'm like, all right, gotta buy it. That's probably just about every game I done played in my whole life. See, that's what I'm saying. Why do they even have something like down there? If I'm supposed to be doing, what drifting event you know does that? Who has obstacles in the middle of a drifting event? How did somebody get 900,000 on this? That's one thing about playing games where they be having you wanting to be all like fast and have like good reaction speed when they want to throw out some random stuff in front of you. I'm like, I played games Distance. That's the name of the game. I was like, yeah, that game definitely helped with my reaction speed when it came to like just things in racing games. I just don't get that. They could have just made it like simple where it's all like, hey, drift around these cars on this freeway. Okay, cool. That's normal. Like, but hey, let's come out with a car version of Wipeout. Honestly, I would watch it. Just got home, by the way. A friend drove me home since I drank. That's good. That's good. Anybody out here watching this on the later at a later time on YouTube? If you've been drinking, yeah, if you've been drinking, get that friend to drive you home. Don't end up in one of them body cam videos trying to run from the cops, and the cops are tagging you down to the ground. You talk about all I had was a glass of whiskey and a bottle of water. Yeah. I've seen it one too many times where it's all like, yeah, you think they be drunk, you think you driving on the road like this. That's crazy though how some cars, well, I guess they do it to reduce the weight, but Would have like if I have like a passenger. I'm saying, you know, gotta be responsible. I am. I think this WrestleMania, I think it's gonna be good. But how are they gonna have like not have a passenger seat in the car? It'd be that car. It'd be like that friend who's like, hey, I'll drive you. I'm like, nah, that's okay. I'll walk. Like, but the place you're trying to go to is 30 miles away. You know, I need the exercise. Trying to get the steps in, you know. This car got a passenger seat.
Don't forget to grab your
Hey,
reward
small
vehicle,
in there.
driver.
Dang, Koenigsegg's like are really that small? It looked small. It didn't look that small in the Need for Speed movie. It looked a little bit more spacier. I gotta see how tall Aaron Paul is, cause he was driving in that car for a minute. But they all like, oh, I don't know. I have to, cause I'd like to drive a Koenigsegg one day, but I ain't trying to have it where I'm looking like Mr. Incredible when he was driving that first car. I see they ain't giving me, they giving me that Mazda that I just drove. They wasn't gonna give me that Lamborghini or that McLaren. Yeah, there are some cars, like I remember my mom, she had a 93 Camaro, and my knees were like pretty much chin level. Like sitting in that car, I was like, I don't get that. Like my legs were like, they were at an elevated height to where they shouldn't have been that high up.
A new playlist means new adventures, driver.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Cars are much more than just vehicles.
Sure. I'm either half an inch or I'm an inch taller than you, so if 5'8" is considered tall, then you know I'm gonna embrace that. I wear a size 13, which is crazy. Dang, you're shorter than me, but have a bigger. That's crazy. That is crazy. I actually have a pair of shoes because I was like, I really wanted to get me a pair of these Adidas, and all they had was a 12, so I bought them. Can barely fit them, but I bought them. That's how bad my sneaker addiction is. I gotta stop. I can't do that no more.
We're rolling?
Yes.
All right.
I say, yep,
What's
these are
up?
fit.
I'm Rick Martinez, filmmaker, action designer, visionary. They call me the wild child of Hollywood. And
What they say, Rick?
what? My movies are world-renowned pieces of action. Wheel Force, Gas Addict, Crash to Survive. And I'm here in Hawaii with my new MotorFest buds to shoot my next project, High Ride. Cars are everything in this movie,
Oh, I'm gonna be the star of the movie.
and you get to be my lead stunt driver. So get ready for some next level stuff, because you're about to enter the Martyverse.
I know they call him all these different names, and it's like that is and it's one of those things like we were just talking about. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't know you.
See you on set, driver. This is Hollywood. Action!
I was like, I ain't trying to be disrespectful or anything, but you know, I'm
The
just
entire movie
like,
crew
sir,
is
I don't
expecting
know.
You soon. Ready for some on-set action?
Is that it? Okay.
What is next in line?
Oh, we gonna have to add like a V12 engine to this
Today,
car. This
you're
car
not
is
just a
slow.
driver, you're an actor too. In a movie produced by the MotorFest, driving a car is as much a part of acting as delivering a line.
I'd rather drive a small Koenigsegg than
Your
this.
first co-star will be the
It just takes one
1968
truck to go
Austin
by
Mini
me. Next
Cooper.
thing you know, I gotta go
Selected
outside
by
and
our
flip this
in-house
car back
mechanic
on
and
its
car
right side up.
Kaya Kana.
This is not 70.
We're
No,
here.
there is no way
Rick
possible I
will
was
tell
just
you
doing 70
everything you
miles
need
per
to know
hour.
about the scene. Good luck out there.
Welcome to the video. Drive on the video lane. Obtain bonus time. Do not let the timer reach 0. Follow lane your best time. Okay. Do I get a script or something? Do they just...
Hey, can you move that camera to the right? No, a little bit more to the right. All right, we're behind schedule.
He moved
people.
his
Let's
hand
move it.
one
Let's move
direction,
it.
then moved it
Hey,
back the
you.
other direction.
You're
I'm like,
finally
sir,
here.
what
Welcome to the
right
set.
are you talking
Hey, listen,
about?
no time for chit chat. We're starting to shoot right now, and you're my main driver. You know that, right? Can someone bring the drivers to their cars, please? Thank you. So, basically, you're Terry Jones, the main character, and this first scene.
You know what's so crazy?
Right in the middle
A
of
teacher
your
in
busy
school
everyday
used to
life.
call me
I
Terry.
want you to get in your car.
So I'm like, dang, man, the full
See you drive
circle.
like freaking baby driver.
Full circle.
That better be true, my friend.
She
Listen,
swear
the
up and
festival
down
car
that my name
consultant
was
is on the way.
Terry,
She's gonna
talking
catch
about,
up
oh,
with
there's
us.
another kid at the
Crap
school that
does
looked
not
like me
wait.
that was
Come
named
on,
Terry.
everyone.
And I'm like,
We're
I
doing
looked
this.
through the
This is
yearbook and
high
I
ride.
looked through all the
Scene
grades.
one.
I ain't seen not one
Action.
black kid with glasses named Terry. Like, that teacher was hallucinating. They even got me in some different clothes, okay.
All right, my friend, this is our first scene, so let's get one thing straight. Sure, your job here may be driving, but you still need to get into character. I want you to feel the scene, you hear me, champ?
Feel the scene. Like, sir, I'm just driving.
Remember,
I don't know.
your
I don't know
name's
how to feel
Terry
the scene.
Jones. You're a small-time thief, you just robbed a pawn shop, and you got a bunch of goons on your tail. Get yourself out of this mess and drive like you mean it. This is really happening to you.
Just random car just crashed. Okay. That's what they should do when they have it where you do stuff like this. They should have it where it kind of records, and
That
then
lane on the
you.
road is called the video lane. That's where we need you to
But it
drive to
then
get
it shows
fast
like a
shots.
movie once you're
Every
done.
time you see one of those, you follow it. Don't think twice. Come on, you got this. This is your character's everyday life. You're used to that stuff. Get on that lane right there. It's critical for the shot. Oh yeah, this will look great on camera.
Of course, they gotta play that like 70s music for like black films.
Hey guys.
You watch any
Sorry I'm
movie
late.
from the 70s
How's it
that
going?
stars
Hey
black
there,
people, I
welcome to my
guarantee, and I
set.
promise you're gonna
Terry,
hear a
this is our
song
car
that's
consultant
playing in the
mechanic,
background.
Mr. Khan.
Like, you're gonna hear it in the
Yeah,
movie.
cool, Kai man. Hi driver, how have you been since our little vintage garage experience? You did that playlist, right?
Yes, I'm saying, like, they always play music like that. I've seen so many black films that was done in the 70s, and I'm all like, why does all the music sound the same? Like, change it up, do something different.
Car's such a fun ride.
Fun ride before the high ride.
Okay, it's just they got a lot. I'm like, nope, stuntman. That was way too much going on. I know you guys don't think that I'm Tom. You know, I saw a Tom Cruise video today.
I see
This
what
man,
you're thinking.
he did a stunt where he was handcuffed. I think he was like handcuffed, or no, he was tied. He was tied to this pole, and he shimmied his way up the pole, and then just started fighting. Unlike Tom Cruise, I'm like, something ain't right with that guy. He's,
Cut.
sir,
Looks
you're
like we got ourselves a driver and a
from this
freaking hell of
planet.
an intro.
You're,
Great
they did the
start,
same
Terry
experiment they
Jones.
did to Chris Evans and Captain America. They actually did that to Tom Cruise. What closing? Yeah, this is definitely the 70s movie. Why they gave me a small jacket? I'm like, this is the only jacket that you guys had? Only got $13,000 for that? Well, hopefully this is like, you know, it's a movie where they pay me more. But I'm like, if that was just for that one movie, I'm like, nah, I'm contacting my agent. I'm like, nah, look. Okay, so it's multiple. Honestly, I don't think I would be that type of actor. Because I'm like, I'm already
You've
antisocial.
made quite the impression on these
And so
first
I
shots,
definitely, I'd
but
be
we're
that
gonna
person
need
where
to
they give
confirm
me
it
a
wasn't
check
just
and I'm
a
all
fluke.
like, dang,
With
should I
this
confront
second
them over
scene,
it or
the
should I
plot
just
is
take the check
thickening.
and we?
You
I
got
think I'm gonna just
scouted by
take
the
the check
local
and
kingpin.
leave.
Goes by
Probably
the name
they
of
call
Big
me back
Johnny.
up
He's
talking
got a
about, hey,
job
let's
for
do
you,
another
and you're
movie.
not
I'm
going to want to pass on
I'm
this
not
one,
gonna
right?
answer the
The
calls.
man asks you to show up at his country house to seal a deal. But first, he wants you to show him what you're worth with a little duel in the dirt. This is our turning point for our protagonist. His future will be decided today. We gotta feel this, you know what I mean? All right, we're going back, everyone. Driver, you get back into Terry's shoes and you make my day. We got you the right set of wheels for the job. I ride. Scene 2, action.
Mikey the Maniac, okay.
Alrighty, so again, in this scene, things get real for Terry. You're facing Big Johnny's #1 guy, Mikey the Maniac.
Who's Big Johnny? Like, bro, who are these people, man?
The big boss is putting you to the test, and you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. You gotta beat that guy.
This is exciting.
I know, this is brilliant.
Like, fam, it just seems like it's just a normal movie.
I'm going for the long take here, my friend, so I want
I
your
better win
focus
an Oscar
all
for this.
the way.
That's all I'm trying to figure out.
The guy in the black car knows how to drive, and I told him to go all out. I want this to feel real, so go for it.
You got your own directing style, don't you?
Long shots, real feel, real pain. That's how Oscars are won.
Okay, Leo. Well, driver, if you want to please our friend Rick Scorsese here and make that scene look awesome, you gotta use that Dodge right.
That's right.
This is a Dodge Challenger RT first
Yeah,
generation.
and the car is
from
clearly not an
1970.
off-road
This
car. I'm
is a
like, fam,
monster among oldies
y'all
and
can't
it
put me
ain't
on
afraid
some
of
like normal
anything.
road. I'm crashing
The RT
into stuff.
actually stands for
I ain't
Broken
paying for the
Track,
car.
so don't worry, it won't let you down.
I do dig the nerdy car stuff, but what matters is
Oh, I'm getting. Oh,
badass.
so they are.
That's why I
Dang.
picked
Okay.
You mean why I picked it?
it. Whatever.
Wait, am I supposed to be doing dirty driving or not? I think I am. All right, so I guess I am supposed to be hitting stuff.
Watch that next turn. Your car may be versatile, but you still have to adapt your driving on dirt roads if you don't want to end up in a ditch.
The ditch is not an option. It's a battle of guts between Terry and Mikey the Maniac, and the chance for Terry to reach new heights. Give me everything, and don't be scared of playing dirty. It's a brawl.
like, are you guys gonna CGI like them checkpoint
these
things
massive
out? Because I
cameras
think
floating
people
around?
gonna clearly
These are
see
for extra wide angle.
like, hey,
On a
he's
Rick
using
Martinez
checkpoints
set,
to do
you
this
go
race.
big
This
or
isn't
you
an
go home.
authentic movie. I can't see. Look at her. I was about to say, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna have to pull this car over. I can't see nothing.
Hey man, I was looking you up online. It says your actual name is Clarence Baker. Want to catch us up on this, Clarence?
Like,
This
where
is
did you
not-
see that information
I mean,
at?
don't
Clarence
believe everything
Baker?
you read on the internet. Jeez.
Like, where? I'm like, ma'am, what website did you go to? Somebody lied to you. Hopefully you didn't pay for that information.
It also says you're actually from Chattanooga. Really?
Oh, come on.
There. She's talking to Rick. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, fam, without Chattanooga being in front of me, I can't spell that by heart.
Come on, Terry. You're skilled and determined to nail this test. The job is yours for the taking. Seize it. And cut. That was fun. That's what I call a oneer.
Mikey the Maniac is gonna be so pissed.
There we go. Okay. I like how they have. Why? My thing is this. What I'm confused off of. It's like, why would they give me or have me go out and buy this like old-fashioned looking Mini Cooper, but they having me driving all these nice looking cars? I don't get that. What was that? I could have just drove my own car. I bought this Mini Cooper for no reason.
I hope you can handle a bike, because in our next scene, that's all you're gonna get. This is your first job for Big Johnny, and you don't want to mess it up, okay? You're driving a dirt bike, some guys with massive trucks are chasing you. It's David versus Goliath all over again. I want to feel the stakes, and I want to feel that Terry plays that bike like I play the violin. Like he plays the violin. Well, what's the saying then? Never mind. You get on that bike, driver, and you give me a two-wheel concerto that'll make Steve McQueen look like a little girl on a tricycle. What do you mean I can't say that? Screw this. This is High Ride, Scene 3. Let's go.
Still wearing that tight jacket.
We're back at it. So again, this is your first gig for Big Johnny. You just snatched a handful of stones from some Cockney bookmakers, all right? These guys are pissed, and they're coming after you. Yeah, you better get used to it. It'll happen a lot in this movie.
East Londoners in Hawaii. Really?
These guys got a business here, and I like the way they talk. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Anyway, they're chasing you with their trucks, so you gotta move fast and use the
All I'm
size of
saying
that
for
bike
this
to your
movie,
advantage. You cannot
I'm
get
definitely
caught. You hear me,
lying to
Terry?
people and telling
These
them I
guys aren't
did
here
my
to
own
take you for
stunts.
tea. Yeah?
It's like, let's
Wait, Terry.
say if the stuntman, if you don't show up to the premiere, Mom would have looked at me. She was like, "You really just jumped that bike onto a road?" I'm like, sure did. I sure did.
Your plan for this escape is to use two different bikes. An agile one to lose the Brits in the narrow streets, then a fast one to get out of reach for good. Onto the roof, then take flight.
Okay. That.
So, you got
Yep, I did that
sort of a
stunt.
Japanese motocross and a, dang. Okay, Ratchet, you're up.
Yeah, looks like you're struggling here. So, driver, you start with a good old Yamaha YZ450F, which will get you through anything, before switching to something more powerful. I'll tell you more about that one when you get there.
At this moment, Terry believes he's lost them, but he's wrong. They'll be back.
Yep, here they are.
You're doing all right. Now remember, you gotta hold on until you get to that second bike, which will get you out of the city.
Like, what time of the day is it where it's like a whole school bus is
There you go.
still
Now
outside?
ditch
I'm
these
like,
halfwits
fam,
for good.
them had to be them kids where it's like the either summer school or one of them like after school programs or something.
You're going down the rabbit hole.
She's totally right. And don't forget to get on the video lane as much as you can.
The script says that you're jumping off the highway soon. Keep your bike steady and watch your landing.
Yeah, you gotta nail that stunt.
Okay. This has to be like Fast and Furious,
Nailed it.
That's
the
right.
the
Love
Terry
that.
story or
it's
something.
Going to look
I don't
phenomenal.
know, 'cause, like some of the stuff they got me.
Critical shot ahead. Don't miss the lane.
Lean your bike into the turns and let her rip on the straights.
Back on the highway. At this point, Terry knows he's won. Big Joe's going to be very happy.
If I was Terry, I'd just take off with the bike and the loot.
Things are a little more complex than that, sweetie.
All these cars on the road. I'm like, dang, bruh.
All right, cut. Brilliant acting.
I see you're as handy with a bike as you are with a car driver.
Why is his hands? Oh, those are gloves. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, his hands are discolored and they oily. I'm like, bro, what kind of lotion did you put on? I'm like, nah, you having an allergic reaction to that lotion. I'm like, you should have just let yourself be ashy. I'm about to say, I'm like, nah, his hands is disfigured. I'm like, nah, we gonna have to cut and do something about this movie. But I think I am going to call it with this stream. No more heroes. What's this game about? I feel like I heard of this, but I don't know. Huh? Oh well. But let me see if I can find somebody to raid. And nope. All right. I thought that was that one girl from that what was that TV show? Was it Victorious? I think it was Victorious. Thought Jade was streaming for a second. All right, but anyways, until next time, I will talk to y'all later. I appreciate everybody for stopping by tonight's stream. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you for the stream. Appreciate you for being here, VV. Hold on for a second. Let me go ahead. Hit you with a shout out real quick. Make sure y'all go follow VV. Show her some love and support. Be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next stream. Peace.